Thank you. You spelled it right. Hi, everybody. My name is Andy Posterick. I'm a resident of Fort Smith, and I voted for some of you on purpose. My number one hobby, what I spend the most amount of my time doing, is studying intersections, parking, roads, and how cities grow. The strategy of city planning for decades was that if you want to fix something, spend money on it. If there's too much crime, hire more police. If children aren't learning math, hire more math teachers. And in our case, if it takes too long to drive somewhere, build more roads. But that strategy didn't really work. For decades, cities observed the phenomenon that the more roads they built, the worse traffic became. Cities with existing traffic problems, like Los Angeles and New York City, saw traffic get worse. Cities that did not have traffic problems before, like Omaha and Pensacola, created new traffic problems where they didn't exist before. It wasn't until the 21st century, after the Planters Road extension had already been designed, when the concept of how new roads can make traffic worse was studied in an academic sense and the concept entered the popular zeitgeist, and amateurs like me began taking a serious interest in road design. And indeed, perhaps the most popular and public-facing nonprofit in this arena, Strong Towns, lists limiting road expansion as a priority campaign on its website. Strong Towns focuses on fiscal conservatism at the local level and has a chapter in Fayetteville with over 600 members that take credit for improving traffic conditions on parts of 71B. Their founder, engineer Chuck Marone, coined the word for and described the mechanism for how traffic builds up on roads like Rogers Avenue and offers 21st century strategies based on traditional American values to manage new growth in ways that are safer, healthier, and more attractive than building new roads. So as an analogy to explain the reasoning, if you imagine a garden hose, at one end is our source of water, traffic on the west side of town, and at the other end of the hose is where the water squirts out, is 49. And right now there's a big kink in our hose, which is slowing the water from getting from west to east. Building the road might get rid of the kink, but if you've ever watered your lawn before and fixed one kink, you might have found that the water still won't come out because there was another kink downstream that only reveals itself after the first one is fixed. So water still isn't coming out of the speed you want it to, and you need to spend money to fix the second kink, and fixing the second kink reveals that there's actually a third kink, and so on. And sometimes when we fix a kink in the hose, we might accidentally create a new kink back upstream. That's what happened in Boston with the Big Dig, by the way. It's a never-ending cycle that eventually makes your city look like the city of Los Angeles, or what Rogers looks like right now. There is scientific and historical precedence for this analogy, and I can forward any of you more technical and empirical justification for it if you are interested. I implore you to please consider alternative options to this road. New roads will always be necessary, but this one was designed before recent discoveries in urban planning changed our understanding of how cities grow and is liable to worsen congestion and public safety if its design is not improved.
Mayor McGill, 3 minutes.
That's actually all I have. So
Thank you very much.
Next, we have Gary